Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio. In front of me, we have some new leather gloves from a relatively new brand as well, called Macleod. I believe they were established in 2021, and they have two choices actually at the moment. They have either the tattooed looking or printed version in front of me, or the Rebel, which is a little bit simpler in its look, but a little bit more detailed in terms of the reinforcement. You have knuckle armor, for example, a little bit on the palm as well. The Rebel are around £80. The tattooed looking gloves or the printed gloves in front of me around £70. There are 5 different styles as well, heavily influenced by motorcycle and tattoo culture, which is immediately obvious if you look at the designs on the back here. And like I say, there are a few different patterns you can go for. You can also go for a variety of different colors as well, some more eye-catching, like the green or blue or even the gold version that they do, or some more obvious colors like the brown, black, or the cream. Really nice quality, full grain leather used throughout. They've got goat skin leather used as well. And they cut a very specific niche and actually an area of motorcycle gloves that isn't that well catered for, to have something that is very usable in the colder months, because they have a decent amount of insulation on these and a very comfortable liner. But it's a hard balance to get right, where you have enough insulation to make them usable on those choice colder days, but they're not so thick that you remove the feel at the bars. And actually, because of that, they're quite usable across a huge expanse of our riding season in the UK. Like I say, on the milder days in the winter, if you're going to go for the really cold days, then there's no getting around it. You probably need something a bit more technical. You might even need heated gloves on those occasions. But on the more choice days, where it's cold but not that cold, then this is a really great choice if you're looking for that classic aesthetic and a classic leather motorcycle glove. Let's have a look first of all at the simpler of the two gloves. So these tattooed looking or printed motorcycle gloves, as I mentioned, there are 5 different styles of them depending on the design you want on the back of them. They are really, really simple in their design. They've got a Velcro closure around your wrist. They use full grain cowhide leather, and they use goat skin leather on sections. They've also got a suede section on your palm for increased grip. Also a bit of contrast in terms of the overall style. They're going to get a really nice patina. That's something you'll hear me say a lot when it comes to leather items, but that is true of these. And this is a size large. I would say they're an accurate size for either of these gloves in actual fact. I'd probably favor going for a slightly larger size, but that's more a case of what I tend to gravitate towards when it comes to gloves. I tend to size up anyway, especially with stuff that I would wear on colder months, because it leaves a bit of a pocket of air around your hands. But there's no getting around it. If I wanted better feel and to use the switch gear a little bit more dexterously, that is a word, isn't it? Then I would go with the accurate size. So a long-winded way of saying that, like I say, these are a really accurate fit, but most noticeably, they are a decent thickness as well. And like I say, it's a really hard balance to get right, to make sure they've got the insulation you need to make sure your hands are comfortable on those colder days, but they don't completely remove your feel at the bars. So decent flexibility in these, and they are very, very comfortable on. That liner in particular is really, really comfortable against your skin. They have a fleece cotton liner on the inside. Now, if you prefer a simpler aesthetic, so you don't like the print on the outside, then you could go for the Rebel, which feel about the same. They are the same sort of size and fit as well. They use the same liner. They use goat skin leather on the palm for a section there, and they use full grain leather throughout again. They've got some reinforcements to the back of your knuckles, so it's hard reinforcement on your knuckles, but that has got some foam on the inside of that against the back of your hand, so it is comfortable at least there. And you've got the same kind of cushioning on your palm as well. So a little bit of reinforcement on your palm, a little bit also at the top of your palm there, or the base of your fingers. And then again, some hard reinforcement to the backs of your knuckles, down the lengths of your fingers as well. All very subtle, not that obvious really from the outside, so it still doesn't detract from this very clean, classic look. And in spite of that extra reinforcement, both of these gloves have the same safety ratings. So they're rated at safety level 1 for gloves. I think this is a little pocket of the glove category that is underrepresented, because most brands either want to go for really, really simple gloves, or they want to go for very technical gloves, but there's kind of nothing in the middle ground, or very few things in the middle ground. So these have their own little niche, and I'm sure because of that, they will find an audience. But let us know what you think of these in the comment section down below. If you want to find them for yourself, there are links in the description. We actively price match at Urban Rider as well, so you can be sure you'll find the lowest possible price on our website. As I say, let us know if you like this overall design and keep your eyes peeled for more of their stuff in the future. I'll see you soon.